When we last left our sailors, Vordt, the Goliath Paladin,
Hello.
and Ash, the Kalishtar Warlock,
Hello.
they were on a fucking boat. Sailing in the ocean. A really nice boat. Even nicer than I described in the last episode. I've taken the liberty of doing some tweaks because I don't feel like I made the boat nice enough. It now has 4 layers that are like visible, and then 2 sub-layers below the main deck. It has extremely luxurious rooms, a beautiful dining area, a massive staff and crew, not all of which were present at the back because they were getting the ship ready to leave. And you see, actually, you're kind of surprised at the diversity of the crew. Even you see a few half-orcs lifting and carrying heavy shit. You see a few goblins. You see some half-elves. Obviously, a bunch of humans. You actually see a couple merfolk who are literally, even as you're sailing, you've been on the vomiting words out. You've been on the water for about a half a day now. So, and by that I mean, like, you got on the boat, it was, towards the afternoon. It's kind of getting towards the evening now. And you notice that every, like hour and a half, these few merfolk dive into the water and start scrubbing shit off the bottom of the boat.
Okay.
You're like, there's like 3 barnacles there. I'm like, yeah, we have to go anyway. Like, we don't like our job, but we're qualified for it, so we do it. You both have seen the inside of your beautiful rooms. I didn't update the map, but you guys now have like big dressers. You both have king-size beds. Which for you, Vordt, you're like, thank God I can fit on this bed. And for you, Ash, you're like, which part of the bed do I sleep on? There's so much bed.
I have a bed.
What is this large soft object, and upon which part of it do I sleep?
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys, it's starting to get close to dinner time. You know that Torment, pretty much, he got onto the boat. He went to the buffet, ate a crap ton, then like squirmishly ducked into his room and has been locked in there for hours. And Call, you're pretty sure you hear like scratching at the wall because your room is like right across from his. Whenever you get out of your room, you hear like scratching at the wall. And you tried to knock on the door once, and you heard Torment like, who is it? And when you were like, it's me, Vordt, he was like, no, get out. I'm too busy. Get out. You never entered his room, but he was telling you to leave, so you just kind of did. At this point, the sun is starting to set over the horizon, so if you guys want to go to the bow of the ship and observe a beautiful sunset, you may do so. A few of your compatriots are out there already.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the sunset. Why not?
Why not?
So you guys go to the front of the ship, and you see the Dragonborn, Ikali Blackthorn, and you see Surge alongside Azriel, and a few of the crew are cleaning the front of the deck. It's not terribly dirty, but they're constantly finding excuses to make them clean shit. In fact, at one point, you swear you saw one of them open up one of the bags of sand and just dump it on the deck so that the new kid had to go clean it, and they all laughed at him.
Oh.
So you guys are... I just noticed.
Why are
I just
you...
noticed what you did, Carl. Are you fucking king of the world right now?
Yes.
So, Vordt, roll a charisma check.
Wait, I can't even go on top of you. God damn it.
You cannot occupy his space.
God damn
Let's
it.
see it.
20!
You go full Leo. I'm king of the world, and everybody on the deck is like, yeah, nobody's seen that before, by the way, because Titanic does it. So everybody's like, oh, wow, he's so majestic. one of the goblins is like, that guy is kind of a show-offy prick, but I mean, like, look at that. How do you, like, who would have thought of that? Going and standing at the front of the boat, screaming you're king of the world like you top shit. And then another goblin's like, who gives a fuck? I don't know, but I feel like I'm incentivized to start throwing money at him. and small man-shaped trophies.
I hate everyone.
It's enough digs at the movie Titanic now. You hear a bell begin to ring from a level higher than you are on the ship. You know, kind of like, you know, ding, bing, 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 and one of the staff are like, "That's dinner bell. You guys can go eat."
Food?
Yeah, that's what dinner means. It's food. You know food.
When's the last time I've had an actual meal?
Did you eat at the
What?
buffet earlier?
No.
Okay, then not noon.
This is why she looks like she's dying. Ash is gonna go up to the food.
I will follow the rest of the crowd.
All right, so you guys are lit up these beautiful hallways covered in nice art. There's actually in these, let me see if I can indicate them properly. Actually, that's not the correct. Do you have a DMs thing for that? So I'll just use this tool here. In like these areas over here, there's like really nice art that I didn't add in here. And like, you know, the hallways are all covered in really nice art. You can go up either set of stairs. And above that, you guys see that there is a very nice ballroom dining area with adjoining corner sitting rooms with some kind of like some, you know, what would equate to like a magazine for you guys to read. And like, you know, it's like fancy, it's subscribing to Fancy Living Digest. So you can go and ogle at money you'll never have.
Woo!
However, right in the center of the dining area, which is like surrounded by like rows of nice like tables, they're clearly capable of serving way more than 7 people, is just a massive buffet spread. And like the one from like earlier lunch, that was impressive. It had like deli meats, it had you could get like homemade like potato salad. There was I'm making it canon this world has hamburgers and cheeseburgers because somehow fucking something fiendish would have found a way to come up with those. Those things are too evil to be anything good. They're also delicious. But like it's, you know, primarily lunch food. This is like roast beef, roast beef, oven baked and roasted turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing. You have mixed vegetables, a salad bar. You have a very impressive selection of different fish that you can go through. And of course, there's the table that is plates and silverware, and a line is already forming there to go eat. Standing in that line ahead of you is Ikali, of course, is like he and Torment are quick to get food, and you guys don't even know when Torment got here, but he's already like at the front of the line, just like a little bit of this, and do I want some of that? Yes, I do. Give. Okay, and turkey leg, turkey. And you know, like he's constantly checking his sides, like, oh god. And he's like, you see him, like he's practically, and eventually one of the staff is like, you can't take the whole thing. He's like, fine, I'll put it back. Puts it back. You know, he's in his like awkward state. He grabs like a big like pile of mashed potatoes and stuffing, and he grabs like a little bit of like the vegetables, and then goes back. He puts his plate he puts his plate at the end of the buffet line, then goes back to the back of the line to get another plate. Also in front of you guys is a Callie Blackthorn, the Dragonborn who was with you guys at the sunset. And Destro Magnus is there as well. He is behind him. You can also see the captain talking to some of the crew across from the dining area towards one of the sitting rooms. He, appears to be in a good mood. The sailing hasn't been too rough. And, what are you guys interested in? You're standing in line, opportunity to talk to people up. And what kind of food are you guys grabbing?
Is there sweets there?
No.
Oh. Ash is gonna kind of look at the food and kind of like pick at it. She doesn't even really know what to eat. She doesn't really eat this kind of stuff, so she has no idea what to eat.
And you, Vordt?
Vordt is going to grab a lot of roast beef.
Why am I not surprised?
Roast beef.
And a small salad.
All right. You see Azrael, he goes right for the fish. And you guys make your way to an empty table and you sit down. On the table to your, I guess no, the way they be oriented, the table behind you are the 3 other selected members that you're traveling with, Akali, Leone, and Serge. On the table, I was behind you. In front of you is the captain, Destro, and 2 men who to you appear to be the first mate, and one of the guy in a uniform that you haven't seen much of today. So it definitely isn't your traditional sailing uniform, but it doesn't, appear super out of place. You've seen a few people wearing it. One or both of you can roll a knowledge check.
Do a knowledge check.
I'll do it.
Intelligence.
13.
Is it just intelligence?
Yeah, it's a straight intelligence roll.
Which one? Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I was like, hold up. Oh, apparently I'm not that smart.
You don't know exactly what they are, but you can infer that they're janitorial, or they don't work on the decks. They work below deck. Shout out to everybody who's seen that show.
References.
But like he's got like some, it's cleaner, and he's got like some patches on the side. So like he's clearly up in the chain of command, but he doesn't appear to be like a sailor. And you guys proceed to eat.
Hey, Void, is it?
Oh, yes. What is it?
How about we get to know those guys over there?
Sure.
Sounds good to me. She picks up her almost empty plate, as she only grabbed a few stray things so she wouldn't look weird, and heads over to the table and just sits down.
As you get up, you realize like Torment came over to the table with you guys, but as you get up, he's just gone.
Man, where's Azrael?
Azrael is, he has managed to make his way over to the captain's table.
So he's going to the same place we are.
Oh, you're going to the captain's table?
Is that where they're all sitting at the same place, right?
No, there are 2 tables. One has the group who was also selected, Ikali, Leone, and Serge.
Okay.
And then the captain and his staff are at the other table with Destro Magnus.
Okay, that's the one I was going to.
Okay. So you guys are following Azrael over there.
Yeah.
He spots you coming, and he gestures that, for you guys to have a seat. And as you sit down, you hear the captain say, "That's the biggest one I landed in a while. Haven't had a chance to do much fishing lately, but always relish the opportunity. Should be good weather for it out there tomorrow, so hopefully our passengers are able to... Oh! You two, snaps his fingers. You were, Agovigo and Ash?
Yeah.
Yes.
Still got it. Take a seat. Your friend Azriel was just regaling us with a tale of his last time on the ocean Ocean Blue. It was a lovely time.
I've never been on the ocean.
Destro speaks up and goes, "Oh, it's truly quite a relaxing experience. Calms you. There's something rather tranquil about being out on your own with nothing but blue skies and bluer seas to all sides."
Actually, I think the most calming thing is just, sleeping in a patch of flowers with the person you love, even though he's sleeping a lot.
They all kind of sit there for a moment and they're just like, yeah, that sounds nice.
Do we have sweets on this place? I don't know what this food is.
There should be a dessert bus out in a little while after the dinner shift clears up. Oh, yes, Destro speaks up again. We have a lovely selection of desserts. Different cakes, pies, fruit concoctions, ice cream, candies, I believe, as well, if we were able to source them before we left port. And the first mate so it goes, we were, but it wasn't as great a selection as we would have liked.
Lollipops?
No matter.
Lollipops?
Yes, some of the first mate says, yeah, some of them. Not a crazy, quantity, but we've got a bunch.
Oh, perfect. She picks up her little box thing and puts it down. I can have more.
They all just go wide-eyed when they see your massive box of lollipops.
But I don't really know what this food is. It's not gonna kill me, right?
This is the captain laughing. No, my dear. No, of course not. That would be... Well, we wouldn't be in business very long if our food was known for killing our passengers.
Oh, you're right. I've been poisoned before. That's not that fun. So I was just making sure, but what is and she just kind of picks at it. It takes a few bites.
Whose plate are you eating off of?
Mine.
What did you say you put on your plate? Because you just said you're picking at some food. There's a lot of food.
I just put like a tiny thing of fish, like a little bit of beef, and just random stuff, just whatever to make people not side-eye her for not grabbing anything.
Ash, I'd like you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution!
Please.
Where's my Constitution? Oh, there it is.
Specifically a save, by the way.
Oh, it's a saving throw.
It's a saving throw. No, you can't keep that 14. That's a shame. Roll it again.
Very tragic.
Ooh. Big oofy! No, it's fine. You passed what you needed.
Okay. Thank God.
It's really, really rich. The captain says, "Oh, that there is I believe our chef told me that's a butterfish cut there. That is roast sirloin beefsteaks. And what you've got there appears to be our spiced potato salad, one of my favorites."
I don't really like this. I think I'm gonna stick to what I normally eat. And she kind of pushes the plate aside.
One of the waiting staff comes over and takes the plate away.
I just pictured this. She pushes it away and Torment just comes up behind her and takes the plate and runs off.
Just slinks out of nowhere.
You,
Just
you
grabs it.
still don't know where he is. But you're hearing weird noises coming from below the floorboards.
And then Ash just opens her box and grabs a lollipop and just sticks it in her mouth.
Now, tell me, Captain, what exactly were we going over before we were joined? Ah, yes, the weather charts. So, what were you saying? What were you saying, Zarin, about what our charts are saying? Came through. I'm sorry, I was distracted. No, don't worry about that, sir. You see the half elf first mate. He pulls a chart. He spreads a chart back open, and you see little blotches over the map of Neomateria, like similar to the one you guys saw last stream. And he says, not too many storm systems in the way of our route. Should be relatively smooth. We may need to make a diversion slightly to the north of this port here. I see. Yes, though I don't believe the winds of the damned will give us too much trouble getting around that port. We shouldn't be coming too close to their territory for them to mind. Excellent. Yes, quite excellent indeed. And Azra goes, yes, for sure.
Oh, you're smart.
So, all said and done, should be a relatively smooth trip. Thank goodness. After our last trip, we don't need any more delays. Don't worry, Captain. I'm sure it won't go anything like our last voyage. Whew. That, though, was quite interesting, to say the least. Yeah, not often you end up beaching your boat twice on sandbars. Still have no idea how those things popped up. We're not looking to run into any more of those this time, are we? No, sir. I've already course-corrected the route away from where we were last time. We're a little closer to shore than I'd like to be, personally. However, we should be able to avoid any hidden patches of elevated area.
Hey, Vordt, do you know what they're talking about?
As I mostly live on the ground, no, I have no clue what they're talking about.
All I heard about sand. Are we going to a beach?
I don't think that's what they meant by sand.
I thought it was gonna be something interesting. I don't know, like a cool sea monster, and they had to battle them, and they won. But no, they just got stuck on beach.
I guess each their own for the stories.
I guess. Is this all that seamen talk about?
All right. Azriel is going to lean over and go, They were actually talking earlier. They're actually talking earlier about some of those type of escapades. However, the first mate wanted to go over the charts. Pretty much what they're talking about is making sure that our route is clear. You've heard stories of ships sinking, right?
Oh, yeah.
They just want to make sure that we're not likely to go underwater on this trip.
Oh.
And
That's
based
really
on
cool.
what I've heard, Captain, should be a pretty easygoing trip. Yes, relatively. The weather's hopefully going to hold up the way it is, but no major storms looking to cross our path yet. The
I like storms.
the first mate picks up the chart and goes, actually, I don't know if it's the first mate who technically does this, but he goes, all right, so then I'll be returning to the bridge. As you were, Zarin.
Bye.
Yes, Captain.
Smart elf.
He waves back, and he leaves the room. So, Captain. Yes, sir. What exactly was it you were saying earlier? Talking about some kind of incident you had with the water elementals to the south. Oh, yeah. We were on a delivery course down south, and we ended up running into a vortex that was a few water elementals stirring up some trouble. Needless to say, that was nasty. boat got nearly halfway down into the vortex before we were able to repel it back out.
You
Pays
should've
to
just
have high
asked
level.
them.
Could have what?
Just ask them.
Ask
I do
them
that all
what?
the time. Just ask them, hey, can you guys play us somewhere else? They were playing, of course. They were having fun.
Nah. I think in that case that was more we were a little too close to where it was that they were guarding. Likely a port to the domain of water.
Oh, that's true, yeah. But they do like to play a lot.
I've heard that too. We've run into a few that were out simply messing around. You usually see some pretty interesting shaped waves.
Oh, they're so cool. You should see the ones in lakes. They really like messing with animals. They'll just pull them in real quick and then they'll get scared and they'll pop them back out.
The captain says, sure, that's a pretty interesting sight. I saw something similar happen once with a Desser speaking up. I saw something similar happen once with a rock elemental. Pulled down it was one of those abomination type creatures. I believe it was so odd. It had a bovine head with a small dog's body but hoofed feet. And a couple of them go and start to chuckle. Poor thing. So what happened? It get pulled down. It get pulled down into the earth, and then not a couple minutes later, pop up comes it, passed out on the ground, and a near perfect statue of it to its side.
Oh, rock elementals love doing that. They're really good sculptors. You should ask them. They really like sculpting things for people. But if you're nice and that you give something to them.
Ash, roll a perception check real quick.
Perception. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da da. 19?
You see like a little island of ghosts and on a cracked ghost ship, just kind of standing around in the ocean out through the window.
Oh, that's so cool. Hi, are you guys pirates?
Everybody turns, looks out the window, and they don't see anything. You hear one of them go, "No, we were merchants. Our boat got taken out by a kraken, or some kind of.
Kraken?
It was either a kraken or one of them goes, no, it was a giant squid.
Wait,
Yeah.
so there's a kraken around here?
There was. I don't know if it's still around here or not. They tend to migrate.
I hope they migrate. Well, I'm sorry about what happened to you.
Everybody's like, what on earth is she talking to? I don't know. Weird kid. One of them goes, she does this a lot. Right, Vordt?
She talks about crazy stories.
You guys don't see them? God, you guys are missing out. They got eaten by a kraken. How long ago was that, guys?
You're starting to pass them at this point, but well, they kind of look to each other, and one of them goes, one of them who's like the old sea hermit goes, I believe it happened somewhere around 72 years ago.
Thank you, and thank you for the warning. I hope you do well.
How well can we do? We're all fucking dead.
I wonder if there's little spirits here on the boat. It's probably too new.
Captain, how old is this boat?
This boat's been rebuilt a couple times, but it is actually 98 years old.
So there are things. Has people died on here?
Not recently. No, its second iteration had a massive design flaw that caused the back of the ship to cave in. I don't know if anybody died in that incident. It was before I ended up joining the crew. I believe he goes and thinks for a moment. I don't know if that was a fatality or not. If it was, it wouldn't have happened on the ship. It happened not far from the port. They launched it, and about 20 minutes later, they watched the thing crash into the ocean. So a rescue team was able to get out to the trapped sailors and get them back to shore, but needless to say, that's why you have the stone caps on the bow and stern. It's to help reinforce that weak point.
Oh. Well, if there are any, I'll definitely make friends with them.
There are any what? Ghosts. Ghosts? Yeah. This is Azrael speaking. Ghosts. All right. If there are ghosts, please let me know. We'd need to get a cleric out here to take a look at that if that's the case.
Wait, what did you just say?
We would need to acquire the services of a cleric if ghosts were found on this ship.
Oh, so are they bothering you? And you can kind of see her kind of smile, but her eyes are kind of like, she kind of gives like a blank kind of stare, but her eye slightly twitches. Are they bothering you? Are they doing anything?
Well, the potential would be that after we finish, young lady, the way our ship works is we do multiple types of work here. We do private shipping, but we also do yacht charters as well. So we would need to have that addressed in order to maintain the support of our customers, most of whom I imagine wouldn't want to knowingly stay on a haunted ship.
Well, if they're there, I won't tell anyone, and they won't bother anyone. They never bother anyone. So don't make them go away when they want to stay.
Well, if it means that much to them and they're smart, they won't be bothering us.
Well, if they are on here and you don't know about them, then they are smart.
They all kind of nod in agreement.
See? And they're friendly. Of course, when the ones that fight a lot are not friendly, but it's always funny to watch.
You flash back to the two that got into a massive bar fight over 7 copper.
7 copper. Just throws him out the window.
So the night carries on, and eventually the captain says, "All right, we need to return up to the brig, make sure that everything's running shipshape." Dasher says, "Yes, I will return to my quarters as well. I believe a good night rest would do nicely." And they get up and they start to leave. The other table has vacated as well. No, yeah, the other table hasn't vacated. At this point, you see some dessert trays getting rolled out.
And Ash immediately gets up and goes to it.
You are joined by Leonie, who is also at the dessert table. She is grabbing a massive heaping bowl of ice cream and covering it in sprinkles and chocolate chunks.
So you like sweets too?
Yes, but I can't eat them all the time.
You should.
No, not only is it not healthy for me, but it's frowned upon in my monastery.
You should. If your monastery is not letting you do what you want, I don't think that's very good.
No, it's actually not frowned upon necessarily. There was an issue with people sneaking away from services to raid the pantries. So
That's kind of funny.
sweets were cut down on massively to, prevent distraction.
That's boring. But hey, you went swimming, right?
I was in the hot spring earlier, yes.
I want to go swimming, but I don't have anything to wear. Can I take yours?
I only brought the one suit, I'm sorry.
Can I just wear that?
Roll persuasion.
Da 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 da.
Oh my god.
17.
I suppose so, as long as you clean it when you're done with it.
Of course, I will do that. So is it in your room?
Yes. Follow me, I suppose.
Okay, she takes her plate full of like sweets and keeps putting all the just takes the bowl of lollipops, just takes it with her.
You are led out of the dining area and down one flight of stairs to the actually down two flights of stairs below the floor where you guys have your rooms, and down to where the other I don't know what to call them, the quarters are, and up to a room that has a nice little, it's not a bouquet of flowers, but it's a little flower arrangement on the door. And she says, "Wait right here." And she goes in. And a couple minutes pass by, and she exits, and in it, she is holding her bathing suit. It is wet.
Thank you. Thank you. Takes it.
You're welcome. Just please remember to clean it.
I will. I got you.
Thank you. All right. Enjoy. The water in there is lovely.
Okay. Bye-bye. She just skips off, still holding her plate of desserts and candy.
Roll dexterity check real quick.
Dexterity check.
I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, yeah, you right. Dexterity. If I swear to God, if I drop this shit, I'm gonna be so upset. Come on, don't drop your shit. Yes.
You do a remarkably good job of keeping the lollipops from getting stuck in the bathing suit.
Perfect.
Because keep in mind, these are like the gourmet lollipops. They're not covered. Like, they're not
Oh,
like
yeah,
wrapped.
You right. So I just walk back up to, is it the second level?
I guess the best way to describe it would be the central level where you guys are.
Okay.
The living area 1 is basement 1. Below that is basement 2.
Okay, okay. So the hot spring is on 2, right?
The hot spring is central.
Okay, so that's where we live. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to pass by... Well, no, your room... If you leave your room and make a right and walk to the back end of the ship through the double doors, you see the hot spring and the...
Okay. Is Vordt... Where's Vordt?
Vordt, have you left the dining area?
I'm just now leaving.
Vordt was getting dessert.
I'm going to go back to Central and kind of be on the front of the ship.
All right, you're
No.
out on the front of the ship. You see that they've got some supplies sitting out front for cleaning, as well as for... You see they're actually putting some barrels out with some fishing rods and other fishing equipment. There's the lovely dragon statue at the end, and the sandbags that are used as weights are there as well.
I want to inspect the statue.
Roll investigation.
Seven.
Looks like a statue to me.
Very cool.
Is made of metal. Very interesting. They got a nice... This ship's able to carry it. It's pretty impressive.
Is there anyone out here with me?
Yeah, there are a few sailors. You see the two goblins are out swabbing the deck, and one of the half-orcs is helping carry out fishing equipment.
Okay. I'm going to go Not with Ash, but to the end of the ship where she would be swimming.
Wait, I'm gonna go to my room. Oh god, which one's my room again? I think it's this one.
Bottom
I think
left.
this one. Yeah.
The
and
Twitch
I'm
chat
going-
would like to let you know where it is.
Ah, thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to I'm going to change into my bathing suit and gonna put William on my bed while I go change.
William flops. He's like, oh, it's so soft.
Maybe we could take this with us back home.
I don't know how we'd get it off the boat.
We could just like drag it, right?
Maybe? Do you want to roll a strength check to see if you can drag the bed?
Yeah, let me try. I'm not that very strong, so this is not gonna end well.
You start pulling on it, and you're like, the bed is not budging, and your back hurts a little.
How about this? We get Vordt to do it.
You really think you could convince the holy man to steal a bed?
It's not stealing, I'm just borrowing it.
Right, because you definitely intend to return the bed.
Well, I will, but I don't know if they would want it.
Roll persuasion. Why are you having a character roll
Oh
against
my God.
Why are you having a character roll against their unfamiliar? I don't know. Do you hear what she just said?
Do I get advantage because he is my familiar?
Sure. Just roll one more persuasion, Jack.
Okay.
William tightens up a little bit. He's like, fine.
I love you, William. And she pats him on his head.
He leans his head down and accepts the pats.
So, do I look okay with this? It's a little big on me. She's definitely not my size.
It is sagging a lot.
Is there a way to tighten clothes?
William gets towards your back and starts trying to pull on the tightening strip. And he's able to tighten it, like, a lot, but it definitely still sags towards your waist.
Well...
He's like, it's covering you. I don't think you'll have a problem.
Well, I don't care if I show anything. I don't have much. So let's go. And she walks to the back of the boat. Go.
As you pass by Azriel's room, roll a perception check.
Okay, hold up.
Make sure you have it on advantage.
Oh fuck! I saw it on there.
Look at the rolls, though.
That
When
looks
you're
not
listening
bad.
to audio, that's a 10 on one side and 8 on the other. Roll 20 was like, you got episode 2, Ash. You got episode 2.
Whoa!
That's it.
That's all you.
No, Roll 20's been playing it very straight up with you tonight, though. You hit it. You hit a 19, 17, 16, followed by an 8, a 6. It's playing it straight up. So yeah, roll perception without the advantage.
Okay, hold on. Can my thing stop loading so slow? Perception. God damn it! It's
You
even
hear
worse.
you hear some muffled noises coming out of his room, but you're not sure what they are. All right, you make your way outside and you see Vordt sitting on a bench.
Oh, are you here to swim too?
No, I'm just relaxing in the night sky.
Vordt, roll me a Constitution check.
13.
You're kind of your body still feels like it's in that weird state where you're like your core where you're used to feeling that warmth feels, you know, with that warmth like you're starting to get that connection with Bikaxian where you're feeling comfortable there at night, but you feel like this weird tingling in your arms and legs.
It is a lovely night tonight.
Yeah, I really like the nighttime. It's really nice. It's much better for me because my skin kind of matches more with it, and I just sit into the pool, but like putting my head on top so I could still talk to him.
There are some lanterns that you guys can light if you want it to be a little more bright, because it's kind of dull right now. The only light you have is shining through the back of the boat onto the deck.
I do not like them.
Give me a second. Hold up. Do I have night vision? I don't actually know. Hold up. Do I have night vision?
Look for the term dark vision.
Dark vision. I don't know.
I don't know. Let me look it up myself because I don't know either. Kalishtar are kind of new to me.
Yeah, I mean it would make sense. They're like, you know. Oh.
According to my search, I do not see dark vision in here.
Okay, so I don't have dark vision. Okay.
Nope.
Okay, so I'm gonna light a lantern that's near me.
I need to roll something real quick.
What square of the pool are you in?
What square? Hold on. I'm in this square.
Okay.
So it's, you know, the moon is rising. It's a nice little crescent moon. And the water looks very pretty. It's got that nice like moonlight shine to it. Not as bright as it would be for a full moon, but it looks very pretty. Ash, you you kind of observe. You see a few more ghost ships. You actually see one. You see one that doesn't appear to have crashed. It's kind of odd. It's just sailing around.
Huh. I just wave at them.
Yeah, you see that written on the side of it is the it's the BSS come and get us, bitch. And you can feel free to roll a knowledge history.
I'm gonna do that just for ha-has. Oh wait, that's insight. Hold up. Just ignore
What is
that.
the ship feeling right now?
Oh,
Never mind.
nat 1.
I have nothing.
Yeah, you're looking at it and you're like, why is the ship not sunk?
God damn it.
Like, that's a ghost ship. It should be like it should sunk. Why is it floating around? Vordt, you can roll that history if you want to. Well, no, you don't know. You don't see it. You don't see it.
I can see
Only
it.
Ash can roll that. You're like, I wonder what that ship was all about that I know nothing about.
Yeah.
I mean, she could
me and all the
ask me
shit
about
that each individual character is capable of. Damn you all.
Ash, you could definitely ask me about it.
Oh, true. Well, I don't think she would ask you. So I don't think you think that you would know.
True, true.
Yeah, it's just sailing around.
So, have you ever gone swimming before? Because this is kind of like, I feel kind of like a rich person.
Vordt, as you look at Ash as you look at Ash in the the hot spring, you see that her bathing suit is like flowing around in the water. Like, it looks like somebody just, like, threw a wet towel around her body. Like, it's not sitting firmly on her at all.
I don't usually swim. The only time I'm really in the water is in the deprivation chamber.
Oh, what's that?
It's a place in our monastery where we meditate.
You guys have such a cool name for it.
It is quite special.
Do you got? Can you talk to your god like when you sleep?
We don't really talk face to face, no.
Hmm. That's kind of sad. You know, it's really fun. I really like the nighttime because I get to dream, and when I dream, I get to see William.
Who is this William person you constantly speak of?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Well, William, he was my best friend in the entire world. We grew up together in our town.
What happened to him?
And you kind of see her like kind of gets like a faded kind of look to her face and kind of stares into the distance as her smile kind of twitches like she has to kind of force it to stay up. Well, he kind of had to take a nap. Someone made him take a long nap.
I kind of nod my head. I understand. I'm very sorry for you.
Thanks. But I just want to say, if you see any demons around, let me know, okay?
I don't think I'll see the demons that you were thinking of.
Oh no, I'm okay with any of them.
I will let you know if I see anything.
Great. Oh, I have a question. Do you have any friends? Like at the monastery? Like, do you make friends there?
I sometimes talk to the other monks. I don't really have many close acquaintances with them.
Then what else do you do there?
I mostly just try to get in touch with my god, or I try to help around as much as I can on missions.
Doesn't that get a little boring?
Sure, it can be a bit boring, but it's the work I chose.
Oh, that is true. But you like the night sky, right? Isn't your god with the night, right?
Yes, by Caxian,
Aren't you?
I get a special warmth in the darkness.
Oh, that's really cool. Aren't you like enemies with like the girl? Cause she's like with the light.
No, actually, we are a lot closer than you would seem. She is of Nithaxion, which is ironically Bikaxian's sister.
Oh, well, that's cool. I'm glad you guys don't not like each other just because of your differences.
You might see it as differences, we just see it as different people.
I wish more people thought like you. You're really nice. I'm really glad I have you as a friend.
We may be able to
Mm.
be close together.
Oh, well, once you're my friend, you can never leave. So, of course we're close.
You see William swoop into the ocean and come back up holding a fish.
Hey, is that your dinner? You should have ate from the table.
He lands near you and drops the fish on the deck and starts flopping around. And he goes, I did. This one was mocking me.
How is it mocking you?
Look at it! It's a flounder. It has like the goofy flounder face.
I think that's just how it looks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. He picks it back up and yeets it off the side of the boat.
You know, William, you should really stop judging people on looks.
He looks back up at you. No.
But what about me? I'm different and you don't judge me.
I'm commanded not to judge you.
You know, that's not very nice. And she grabs like where the stitches are and kind of twists one.
Please let
Bad
go.
William. Bad Drury William.
Stop.
She lets go. Drury William, you're in timeout now. Get in the water.
What?
Get in the water.
He like begrudgingly gets into the hot spring. He's just floating there, clearly not in a good mood and very uncomfortable.
She like grabs him and pulls him to a hug as she like squeezes him as she like leans up against the squeeze him in her chest as she just like leans up against the pool still.
He's like being buried in the fabric that is draping off of your body. It's like, you're and you can hear in your mind, you're boiling me.
Oh, you're fine. I'm really cold. So, I could never introduce you. This is Drury William.
Hello there.
She holds up a small-ish, I believe we made him a red scale fairy dragon or pseudo dragon. He's a reddish pseudo dragon with a bunch of like Frankenstein horror movie stitches like rifled through his body.
A dragon. What happened to its body?
She kind of like giggles, but like kind of angrily, and she's like, "Oh, he got in a little accident."
Quite an accident to have that many stitches.
Oh yeah, though he actually was dead, but luckily my best friend brought him back.
As you're talking about this, you feel Drury Williams stiffen and like he's about as hard as a rock right now. Like he has like no like flexibility in him at all. He might as well be the statue at the front of the ship.
Yeah,
Like his eyes, like you see this too, Vordt. His eyes are slowly trying to bug like physically out of his head.
Oh.
Like he's like you see like numb flashbacks running through this pseudo dragon.
Yeah, you see, he was hurt because he got hurt by this person. So, you know, I'm a little upset, but it's okay. He's back with me now.
He is still not relaxed.
Hey, it's okay, Drury. I'll protect you now. No one's gonna hurt you ever again.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage. He's still Fortunate Son hasn't stopped playing in his head.
It's not that bad.
He relaxes a little. Like he's not stiff as the statue anymore, but he's still very clearly not enjoying the fact that you've brought these memories back up.
But yeah, but he's with us now, and he's really nice. Right, Drury? You're really nice. You're nice as like William, like the first William. He's William Jr.
You must have had a real connection to William.
Oh yeah, he was my soulmate. At least that's what he said. I didn't really believe in that kind of stuff, but he definitely made me believe it.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Oh, it's okay.
At this point, one of the members of the crew, one of the goblins, the female goblin from earlier, she comes out on the deck. She's like, "Hey, you two still out on the deck? Get the fuck in the ship. I gotta clean this for tomorrow." All right, swimming hours were done 20 minutes ago. Get out.
Oh, I'm sorry. And she gets up, and the bathing suit
I was gonna say,
slightly like
as
falls.
no, as you do this, roll a dexterity saving throw.
I know exactly why. Hold up. Oh wait, shit. Well, wait, hold up. Oh well.
As you're getting out of the pool, the bathing suit, which has been just like floating awkwardly over your body, just starts to slide down, and you like catch it before it completely falls off. But your torso is definitely bare right now. And the goblin's like, okay, didn't need to see them, kid. Just go, get the fuck off of the deck.
Sorry.
I go to my room.
You too, big guy. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Jesus. I don't even know what that is, but I just said it. He's some kind of goblin prophet now. Came and talked about how, you know, all races are equal and shit. Some people worship him. I don't know. That weird monotheistic crap. What a loser. There's now this like in lore, this fucking goblin prophet who is like, I've seen the light, and everybody else was just like, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Poor goblin Jesus. Not to be confused with Jesus, who is not the same.
No.
So, you guys, as you're going in, Ash, one more perception check. With advantage, by the way.
Oh, advantage, yes.
Yeah, take advantage on this one.
Can I roll perception?
You can roll with disadvantage.
19.
All right, Vordt, disadvantage.
14.
Okay, Vordt, you hear noises coming from the broom closet to your right. Ash, you feel something coming out of the broom closet to the right. Like, it's pinging you hardcore.
What?
Actually, it's not a broom closet. I upgraded them. They're not broom closets anymore. That's a staff room.
Okay.
That's like a place for the crew. The crew's
Hey.
quarters.
Hey, should we open that?
I don't think we're allowed in there.
You hear William. Who cares?
You know, you're right, William. Hello? Is anyone in there?
No response.
I don't. Oh, I got it. I'm going to cast, so I don't get fucking hurt somehow.
The
I'm
DM will
gonna
remember you
cast-
said that. It's my favorite in joke now. I don't make it on D&D streams that much, but I'm making it everywhere right now.
I'm going to cast Unseen Servant.
Okay, can you click the spell for me, please?
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Perfect.
Ba-ba-ba. I'm gonna cast that. Open the door. As I step all the way back.
You see the door start to shake. The door is locked.
Pick the lock.
The door handle starts to shake a little bit. And, let me, I think I have to roll for your unseen servant, but it doesn't have this stat, so I just gotta... Okay, it's not that stupid.
Jesus.
The servant just the servant leaves. Like, you hear some footsteps, and it's gone. And then you hear like a loud scream. And then a couple minutes later you just hear and the door open, and next you just hear as a floating set of keys unlocks the door. And then the keys drop to the ground. The door is open. Hello?
Well, you're the one who
Right.
magically opened it. I'll let you go first.
William's gonna take a moment. It's like, hold on, make sure nothing stupid happens. And he's like, grabs the keys and swoops out of the. He like flies up the stairs.
Let's
Hmm.
get confirmation. Is it the one with the coffin or the one with the sofa?
The one with the coffin is the one you guys
Okay.
just opened. And Vordt, you see in that room, you see a bookshelf. You see another seating arrangement with the with some of those same magazines from earlier. And kind of tucked away in the corner. Roll a perception check for me real quick.
Okay. Five.
Okay, that's all you see. Ash, you may roll a perception check. See how much more other than the obvious you see.
Um. 21.
For some reason, the last roll thing is in the wrong spot, so I don't know. Oh, I'll fix that before the next stream. I don't know why that's in the wrong spot. Ash, you see kind of tucked away by the cleaning supplies an odd-shaped little box, and sitting on it, kind of slouched over, is a ghosty. They clearly looks haggard. And this ghost is actually a half orc. Are my player's still alive?
I don't know what happened to her.
Rihanna, I think you need to refresh your page.
Fuck, are you good? Can you
Yeah,
hear
now
me?
we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, I said, sir, are you okay?
The half orc kind of the half orc ghost kind of like looks around, gestures to itself, like you're talking to me.
Yeah, you're right there.
I've been alive. It's about, how I've been, but I haven't been alive in a while, actually.
I can kind of tell. Are you lonely?
Yeah. This box used to be mine. It was a nice box.
You mean the coffin?
Is that the word for it? Is that the box where you put the dead people before you throw them in a hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be my coffin.
How'd you die?
I got... it's a funny thing, I can't remember.
No, that's understandable. Most of them can't.
I remember feeling real sick. Starting to... feeling like my head started to hurt. And I had like these weird urges. Next thing I know, I was in a box.
Wait, urges? What kind of urges?
Weird shit. I felt the urge to eat rocks.
You had scurvy.
I started eating some tree bark.
You had scurvy.
What the hell is that?
It's when you don't eat enough fruits. I learned that from Oh yeah, because Skorgoku would talk about a lot of things. He was really smart. He would just say random facts all the time.
Yeah,
I guess it actually came in handy.
yeah, it's odd.
But yeah, you were sick.
Yeah,
Why are they keeping this coffin here, though?
I don't know.
Who comes around here often?
Some of the staff, I guess, sailors, they wear sailor suits, so where am I actually?
You're on a boat.
I'm on a boat?
Yeah,
I don't remember being on a boat.
I have a question.
What?
Who was, if you weren't on a boat, where were you?
Oh, me? Um, I was on my exchange with my dad. When he says that both of you can roll, I guess that would be knowledge history.
Oh, it's history.
Yeah.
I can't hear him.
No. You roll, Ash. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, only
This
I
is something
can.
that you
I'm
both
not
might
used
know
to
about.
talking.
Ash, you can roll knowledge history
Okay.
as to what the exchange is.
18?
You know what the exchange is. Half-orcs tend to split time on, for the most part. A lot of half-orcs are the result of, let's just say, parents don't usually end up together, ever. So it's kind of custom for them to split time between their parents, one in in the area where their, non-orc parent comes from, and one, sometimes with their parents' orc tribe.
Oh.
The exchange is the part where they're actually traveling from one to the other.
Oh. So he died on that. Okay. Oh, well, I'm sorry that you died that way, but I have a question. Do you know why they keep this coffin here?
I don't know. I don't really remember how it got here. I remember getting sick. I remember getting sick. I don't remember dying all that well. I just kind of felt like I just blinked and it was like, oh wow, that's me laying on the ground, covered in shit. And damn, like next thing I know, this guy comes up to me and goes, oh yeah, you fucking died. I'm like, oh damn, that's kind of weird. So what do I do now? He's like, well, I mean, you're gonna get, if you get like put to rest, it means like that somebody will be able to come and get you and bring you to where you were supposed to go. I didn't get that myself, or he didn't get that himself. I got a box, but I got a box, and this big oak came, told me he was my great granddad, and that he was gonna take me home, which was kind of weird. And I went to this place. It was real cool. Had a lot of orcs there, and a lot of half orcs too. I got a really cool sword. Next thing I knew, pop! I'm on a boat. I guess this, if I'm on a boat, I can't really see. There are no windows in this room. I guess I don't know. I thought I was just in like a museum for my heroics. But
It looks like they took your coffin out of the ground or wherever they put it to rest, and they ripped you from your rest.
oh, that sucks. I was enjoying my rest. But a lot of cool orcs there. A lot of cool stories.
Do you know who was carrying the coffin when you were ripped out? Was it a guy in a nice suit?
No, it wasn't. It was this weird thing. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it before, actually.
Thing?
Yeah. It was this weird thing. It was like a big, slimy plant.
Is it slimy plant?
It's like a big, slimy plant.
Was it a slime like big slime cube?
No. I've smashed enough slime cubes to know what those are. No, it's not that.
So is a slime? Did it have mushrooms?
Kinda. I guess there were a few mushrooms in it. I don't remember it all that well. Like, I saw it kind of briefly, and the next thing I knew, on the boat.
Did you see like this plant thing talking to anyone?
It didn't really speak. It just kind of crawled. I saw it put something in the box, and then it just kind of slithered onto the ship in the cargo hold. Wait a minute. I do kind of remember getting on the ship now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. Now that I think about it, I kind of do remember getting on the ship. My head feels kind of fuzzy.
No, it's okay. I have a question. Did this slime thing, when it put it on the boat, did it exchange with anyone? Like talk with anything? Or like even like acknowledge anyone?
No one in particular that I remember now.
Has anyone opened this coffin since you put in?
No, not that I can remember. I never saw anybody. Well, the plant opened it, kind of. It didn't open it, it kind of cracked it and then slipped something and shut it and locked it up, you know?
Could you open it? Or get out the thing it's in there?
I could try. And he gets off of the coffin and shoves his hand in, like, he phases through the coffin. He's like, I can't find it.
You can go in the coffin
Oh,
and see.
You're right. I can do that, can't I? He shoves his head in there. Starts like looking around. Vordt, you've been watching her just talk to a coffin. And it's like a really shitty, like, orc coffin.
Ash,
It said some shit in Orcish you couldn't read.
Ash, what are you talking to?
A half orc.
Okay, I understand you can talk to spirits, but
One thing you notice, Ash, is that it's a half orc, but you notice he has a very thick orcish accent. Like, half orcs don't usually sound this orc, but he's got a very thick accent.
Can you find anything?
I can't see anything. It's too dark.
Can you feel around?
He shoves his hands in there. I can't feel anything in here. What the hell? What? Wait. And he kind of steps back from the box and just goes, I'm not in there.
I think they took you out.
Why would they do that?
Because they're using it for something else. I'm sorry. That's why you can't be put to rest, because they moved you. But listen, hey, if I find out what's in there and take it out and find out who did this to you, I could get your coffin back to where it was.
You can?
Yeah.
He's still, like, whimpering, but he steps away from the coffin.
above our faces, just
Yeah,
side
he
quest
kind of steps away from the coffin and, like, you know, goes and sits on one of the couches and, like, phases through it into the floor, and then he starts crying again.
Hey, and then I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna kneel down by it. The coffin.
All right, you are at a really shitty looking coffin.
I'm gonna try to open it.
It's not locked. You open it up pretty easily.
I look inside.
Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Actually, no, roll perception. It would be perception here.
Perception check.
Yeah, you can investigate it after you roll this.
15.
It's empty. But it's got some kind of weird residue on it.
Now can I do investigation?
You may do that now.
God damn it!
That one.
Ew, gross. No, gross. I don't want to touch. No, ew. Ew. Ew!
Drury.
It's gross. What?
Drury. What is this?
He looks in the box. And he kind of like lowers his head in there and starts like smelling it and like lightly touching it with his claw. And he's like, I have no idea.
Can you ask your master?
You make a lot of assumptions about how often he's willing to listen to me.
But this is tell him it's up for investigation because something shady's going on in this ship.
Why don't you ask him then?
Okay, she's just gonna hit her eye.
You feel like a pulse gets sent through, through your body, and it's like pulse, 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 and then finally you feel like something, respond back. Wasn't expecting a report this quickly. What do you have for me, Ash?
I have a question. Something is going on in this ship.
Oh, I guess that's to be expected. Going on how?
Okay, so there's this coffin for some reason on this thing, and it used to be a half-orc coffin, and he's actually still here because it was buried, and they dug it up, and now he's on rest.
Explain what that has to do with me.
No. So there's this slime thing. I don't know what it is. He was saying this giant plant slime thing. I don't know what that is, but he took it out, and there's nothing. He put something in here, but there's nothing in here. And he put it on the ship, though, and he's not on the ship now.
You're going too quickly. What did a what to a what?
Okay. So the half-orc said there was, like, this giant moss thing that, like, undug his coffin up.
Okay.
And it put something in the coffin. It, like, took him out, put whatever was in the coffin, and put this on the boat.
Okay.
But he's not here right now on the boat.
So what is it you want from me, Ash?
There's something in here, and me and Drury don't know what it is. It's like this weird residue.
I'll open a gate. Tell the dragon to send a sample. I'll send him to somebody who can look at it.
Thank you. Drury, do you hear that?
Continue your report.
Okay.
Make haste.
Oh, wait.
Click.
Can I tell you? I wanted to tell him about my day.
You see like this little and Call, you do this too. You see a very familiar looking red mist begin to emanate from a spot on the floor. Drury is going to grab like a little, you see it's like kind of crusted on and like dried residue on the coffin. He like chips it a little bit into like a piece of cloth and then swoops into the red mist, which then closes behind him.
Something's going on here, Vordt.
What exactly do you mean?
Okay. So, did you hear what I was explaining?
I heard you talking to someone about a plant monster or some sort.
Yeah. So this plant thing took the half-orc out and now makes him took up his coffin, made him unrest, took him out, put something else in, and brought him on the ship. But he's not here. And apparently this is, like, this coffin is supposed to be here because a lot of the crew members come here. And why is that? Why would they have an empty coffin, but there's a residue here? And he put something in here, but now it's not here.
I just want to say above game real quick. I set the DC to find the residue at 19. Ash fucking nailed it.
Yes! I'm so happy.
Oh wait, no, I actually read the wrong perception. I shouldn't have let you see that, you lucky bitch. I just realized I read the wrong perception check when I gave that to you. Damn it. Look at you and your free information. I guess it's easier now.
Yeah,
Although I like the fact that you found it more.
Yeah, buddy.
We should
So,
inform the others in the morning.
Yeah.
Drury returns after a few minutes.
Did he get it?
I delivered it. We won't know for a little bit what exactly it is.
And after in the morning, we should talk to Torment. He's like a mushroom guy. He probably knows something about this.
If we can even talk to him, he's been quite absent last day.
True. We'll talk to him when he wants to then. Well, you should get the. Do you sleep at nighttime?
I do sleep.
But shouldn't you be up at nighttime and sleep during the day?
It might seem complicated, but no, we still do need our nightly rest.
Oh, well, have a nice night. I'm gonna go sleep so I can hopefully, maybe see William.
All right. Good night.
Night. Da, da, da.
As you pass, both of you, as you pass by Azrael's door, please roll a pair of perception checks. Not a pair. Each of you roll one.
Okay. Do, 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 do.
5.
20?
Ash, you just hear it coming from his room, like muffled.
She's just gonna quickly walk into her room. Ignore that.
You both go to sleep for the night. Now the question is, and I will let you guys decide this: do you
Yes.
want to partake in the first mini game, or do you want to save that for the other players?
No,
There is no wrong
I
answer.
wanna no. They snooze, they lose. I want the first minigame.
Carl, would you like the first mini game?
I mean, I would like to, but I'm thinking of what just happened. We should tell them as soon as possible not be playing games.
Mini games, mini games, mini games, mini games, mini games.
I'm hearing one vote yes and one vote I'm not sure.
Mini games.
That sounds like mini games.
Mini games.
You know what? Who cares about the main quest? Let's play some mini games.
Side quest mini games.
Skyrim, Skyrim, Skyrim.
All right. So while you get your characters sleep, I will let you talk to Chad a little bit. I will be right back, and I'll set the first mini game up.
Wait,
Hi,
gotta
chat. You've been very
Wait.
quiet tonight.
Wait, I gotta check. Hold up, I gotta go to Twitch. Hold up.
That's why chat's been very quiet. There's only one person watching.
Oh no.
I think that one person is me.
And I think I'm the second one. Hold up. I'm about to be the second one. I'm watching the commercial right now. Hold up.
Yep.
So wait, can I talk to myself? Hold up.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
wait,
sure.
I can't. I don't have an account. I can't
Oh.
send a message.
Why don't you have an account?
Because I have one, but Twitch won't let me log into it.
Did you forget your password?
I tried that and it won't let me do anything. So
Okay. That's weird.
literally it won't, like, I've tried, like like James and like Isaiah have seen me struggle. Like,
I'd say at that point just make a new Twitch.
but I know, but like Weird RK is my thing and I don't want to make like another Weird RK. Like, that's my thing.
I mean, have you
Everything I don't-
tried contacting Twitch about that?
I mean, I may.
Because that sounds like a serious problem.
Yeah, I guess. Like, I mean, yeah, it is, and I've just been trying and it won't let me. Like, I just want my fucking account. No, literally, I'll put in all my information, like every password I could possibly fucking have, and like, it won't. It says that, oh nope, that's not it, and I'm like,
Are you sure you're not using a different email?
no, because I get fucking Twitch messages. Like, it sends me shit about like the like the top Twitch people.
So you've tried resetting your password and that didn't work.
Yeah, trouble logging in. Yes, I have trouble. Enter your email or phone number. I'm gonna try again right now.
Do you have two-face authorization?
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's a bus? I gotta look at a bus? That's a bus. Is that all the buses? Yeah, that username doesn't match with I love shrimp. Okay, well, that's... God fucking... Okay, so it's not connected to that email. Let me go to my other email. I have very little emails. Like, what the...
That is very strange.
Like, I don't have many emails, so I don't know, like... And then when I tried to, you know... And then when I tried to, you know, what is it called? What chimneys? What the fuck is it? There's only one chimney. What?
Yeah, the captchas are weird.
It says, yeah, that email doesn't match with it. And then when I try to sign up and use that username, it says like that's already is unavailable. And I use all my emails, and apparently none of those emails connect with my Twitch.
Did someone yoink your username?
Welcome to my
no,
world.
because I used it. Because I have an account. I know I do. Like, I know I have an account 'cause I've used it before when we were still on, not Fragmentation, the other one, the other,
Oversight.
yeah, Oversight.
I love the fact
was
that you
just-
remembered my series name, not John, kind of a little bit. John, don't listen to this.
But yeah, I knew...
Doc,
like-
Isaiah, edit this out.
No, like, I knew about that. Like, I knew, like, I was able to actually, like, share, I forget what
There we
it's
go.
called, the term where you, like, host it, that's it. I was able to host, because I had an account, but suddenly when I was trying to do it later on in the campaign, it wouldn't let me. Like, it was saying, oh, this is the wrong password. I tried all the passwords I possibly have, because I only have, like, 4, and none of them work. And then all the emails I tried that don't connect, and I only have one phone number, and that isn't connected. So, and then when I tried to make a new account with that username, it said it's being used. So,
Very weird.
I don't know what to do. Anyway, we go on. I'm just very angry about that. I can't do anything. I can't comment. I can't do shit. And I don't want to be like that person being like, Weird Arcade 1. Like,
Hey,
Weird
I'm joke
Arcade
65.
2.
What are you saying about people with numbers?
No, that's fine, but like jokes like 65 is like, you know, it makes sense, but like it's like when that sad moment when someone uses the one you actually have, so you have to just put like 1 or like 2,
I put an underscore
Like-
on Twitter. Screw the person who's
like
joke
that,
65, to be honest.
like
Give it
that.
to me.
Yeah, exactly. Like you put an underscore, or you put 1 or 2, like that. I don't want to be that person on my own account because I can't get on my own account. Like, god damn it. Anyway, we can continue. I'm just
Well, I want to see if I want to actually ask something for one of our characters.
yes.
Let's see if he responds in time. It's important. I need to know.
I need to know. Oh, what are you eating?
Pop Tart.
Oh, it looked like chocolate, so I didn't know what it was.
It is chocolate.
Ah, okay. See, like, I can't even message in your chat because I don't have an account. It won't let me message. Sadness. Yeah, then it's like, nope, you have to sign up. Eh. Let me look up my account on Twitch. Hold up.
All right. I want to give credit real quick to a Reddit user who made the base set of the rules that I kind of took and expanded a tiny bit. I think I put in my notes who that is so I can credit them properly. Credit to Reddit user Sappy Penrose for the fishing rule set that I'm using here. Sadly, I'm not going to be able to go. They went super in depth with their fishing rule set. I actually had to trim it down a little bit and then take that and expand it so that it made enough sense to use for this little bit. Otherwise, it would be way too in depth and stuff would be hard to keep track of. So,
I have one question.
mhm.
Should, when I look up my channel, should it come up on Twitch?
Yep.
And what happens when it doesn't?
It doesn't exist.
But why does it say no? Because the only thing that comes up with Weird Arcade like itself is like your stream with my name in it.
Then it doesn't exist.
But it says it's taken. Like,
Sneaky Twitch out here being sneaky.
I don't know what to do.
Hold on, I want to call and harass this man now because he's not answering me, and I really want to know.
Well, he was about to throw up.
That's a shame. This
You know
man made the mistake of revealing to me that he's probably still awake. So let's harass him. We've done this on screen before.
James, do you need to
What?
get the rope?
Oh, believe me, I have plenty. I have socially distanced rope even. He's a fool if he picks this up, but if he's not, he's a fool.
So he's a
He's
fool.
awake, he's a
either way.
fool.
Nah, the mistake he made was writing that he's probably still awake right now. You can edit all of this out, by the way, future Isaiah, if you want.
Please
Just
leave
don't
your
leak his number.
message for
No. Not leaving his number in the stream. That would be a terrible idea. So he's not going fishing. So the sun rises. You guys see some light peeking through your windows. Both of you roll perception checks.
Okay, 1 second. Hold up. I'm making a new account. Hold up.
I'll roll it for you.
Thank you. It's too easy to guess. How complicated?
It's gonna come up, chat, that I'm rolling this, but this isn't for anything important. This is for who wakes up first. Right here, I believe.
Wait, how hard do I have to make my password?
Hard. All right, Ash, you wake up first.
I wake up first?
You wake up
Okay.
first. Is there anything you want to do before any of the other members of your party wake up?
I'm gonna change back into my clothes because I'm still in my bathing suit.
You stuck in your bathing suit?
Yeah,
You
I
s-
just went to
alright,
bed
so your-
apparently.
Your bed is a wet, sloppy mess.
Doesn't
and you
bother
are-
her.
you're-
She's already cold.
You have I was gonna say you have a really bad chill.
Oh no, she doesn't feel cold because she's 24/7 cold. She barely has
True.
a body temperature.
So you get up, you hear some noise coming out of Azriel's room across the hallway from you. And you hear on your door.
Hello?
Yes, this is excuse me. This is staff letting you know that the fishing deep sea fishing competition is getting ready to begin. If you wish to participate, you can go to either the bow or stern decks, and you can speak to one of the one of the staff there, and they will guide you to your fishing spot.
Fishing competition. I want to do that. I don't know how to fish, but yes. I'm gonna get up immediately and just burst out my room.
Oh, I like that you rotated your you rotated fucking Schnitzel so that he's actually laying it. Vort's head just pops out of his window. Like the sun comes up and he opens his eyes. He's like, oh god, it burns! So you can choose to either go to the front of the ship or the back of the ship.
Me?
Yeah, front of the ship or back of the ship. It doesn't matter other than that it changes who you're going to be with while you're fishing.
Where's Suit Man?
Dude, man.
Where's Suit Man?
Where is Suit Man? Wait a minute.
Suit
Oh wait,
Man.
I can't show that. Hold on. Where is he? Speaking of Suit Man, let me put this in the right layer.
Can Twitch not be an ass?
You mean this Suit Man who has his colors now?
Yes, that's Suit Man.
I actually need to put that in the token layer. I screwed that up.
Can Twitch send me my activation code? That would be great.
I guess I'll put him here. He's gonna be. He stole your King of the World spot.
I'm gonna go to the front.
Here you go. So
Thank you.
credit to my lovely sister, who finally got him colored in, so you guys get to see his lovely aesthetic. I really do love how his art came out.
I love it so much. Twitch, send me the email. You piece of shit.
All right, so you're gonna go amp and fish up there.
You're. I swear to fucking
Alright,
God.
I actually going to need to
Twitch.
open a notepad, aren't I? I am. Let me grab one real quick. Vordt,
Resend
at this
code.
point, you wake up.
Oh, now I get the fucking code, you piece of shit. Oh.
Okay.
You wake up. You hear the same at your door.
Yes, who is it?
Staff, are you interested at all in the fishing competition?
Oh, yes, I am.
All right. Then when you're ready, it's gonna be held starting in the next. It's gonna be starting in 45 minutes. You can head to either the front or the rear of the ship. Sorry, man, I don't know boat words. You can
There's the starboard, and then there's the bow.
I thought the bow was the front of the ship and the stern was the back.
Was it?
I think
It's
starboard
down.
isn't starboard like forward or like relative north.
I guess.
I thought
I
that's
thought
what
it was the front.
We need fancy words for this. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know
Also-
boats. I'm sure somebody will get mad at me in chat for that.
Also, I'm done. I finished. I have my account. So
Here, I'll do it for you, chat.
I have my
There you go,
account.
chat. I did it for you. For
Why
anybody,
is it?
for anybody listening to the audio, and Doc really shouldn't put this in, but he's going to. It says, "Wow, you suck at boats, James." Written by Joke65. So fuck that guy.
James, are you seeing double of messages?
No, are you?
Yes.
That's you should refresh. That usually clears that up.
I followed you.
Hey, hold on, let me replay the alert. Unless, wait, do I have an alert on this page? Ah, damn, I don't, do I? I should have had that in. Let me do that real quick.
I can chat now.
Add my alert box. I'm just gonna cover call with it.
Oh, okay.
And, there we go. Yo, thank you, Weird Arcade 1. Wow, what a poser for the follow.
What a poser.
Okay, so when you
gonna
exit
head
your
to the
room, front or the back of the boat.
Front.
All right, so out there, when you get there, you see Destro, you see Ash, you see. Is that your arm casting out over the side of the
Yes.
boat? For anybody listening to the audio, he's rotated Schnitzel so that he's lined up, like his head is laying on the side of the boat. He's got an arm flopping over the side. Destro is there, Ash is there, and Surge is there. He is fishing on the north deck as well. Or the front of the ship. Whatever the hell that word is. Boat people can get mad. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. You wait a few heads. Hey, Mewy. So there are some deep sea chairs that weren't there yesterday. They've been kind of
Bow and stern.
I was right. I win. You go to the bow. I was right.
Wait, who's Shiny Mew? Cut off their heads? Oh.
Shiny Mew is a follower of mine. Hey, Mew, how you doing? There's some deep sea fishing chairs that have been installed on the deck. You notice this. They're on some panels that are made so that you can put different things on there if you need different. One day you need a deep sea fishing chair. The next day you need like a grill or something. I don't know what the fuck you'd put there, but like they're modular. So you walk out there and both of you are greeted by. You were actually greeted by a tiefling woman. And she's got kind of like a little bit of pep, but she's not overly like super morning person. She goes, "Okay, you guys are fishing?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet. All right, come over here. And she leads you over to 2 deep sea fishing chairs. She says, "Okay, you're both going to sit in these and you're going to strap yourselves in. There are straps over the shoulders and one at your waist. These are to keep you from being pulled into the water off of the boat by an exceptionally large fish."
Ash is gonna sit down and tighten the things, but they don't go tight enough.
Let me roll something for her real quick then.
Vordt is going to struggle to get them on.
Complete opposite.
All right, so roll for that too. Okay. She's gonna help you, Vordt. She does not notice Ash with the way too loose strap. Vordt, she is going to help loosen those up on you, and she gets to the point where they fit. They're still a little tight, but you're now belted in. Now you're strapped in. It's not like, belt buckles like with a car. They actually have like leather belts
Oh, okay.
that they're messing around with trying to get you guys strapped in. Destro is already strapped in. He's just kind of looking out over the water. It should be fun. It should be a lovely day at sea.
Why does it fit?
She sees and she's like, "Oh my!" And she comes over and she helps you start tightening them, and eventually she gets you snug in there. Was William on your back this whole time?
Yes.
Yeah, as she tightens it, you hear in your mind.
Can I take my backpack off first?
Oh my, yes, certainly. And she makes a little room, and you take William off like he's a backpack and lay him down at your side. Okay, so you guys are on Team Bow. I believe you have one more who is set to join you. At this point, Surge actually, Surge is, has been out there, but he's been talking with somebody about trying to get a rod that doesn't melt in his hands. And finally, they actually send out one of the half-orcs. And he is going to, the half-orc gets strapped into the seat, and Surge is like hype manning for him.
Oh, baby.
Finally, you guys are instructed to swivel your chairs to face the dragon statue, and she is going to read the rules for you. Damn you, swivel chair. Damn you. For those who want to look at the audio, Ash's token has been completely flipped upside down. And now Vordt is throwing his arms and legs. His head is the only thing keeping him on the boat right now. Oh, that and the belts. The belts are helping. You're sitting there, Vordt, like, I don't know how this happened, but here I am. All right. Okay. We have lovely weather. Sun's out, and we are going to do some deep sea fishing. So you guys have your fishing rods to your side. When I blow my whistle, you guys are going to cast your lines out into the water, and I will use this. She actually holds up. I remember you guys are really nice, but she holds up a stopwatch. Says, I will be using this device to keep track of how long you guys have had your rods in the water. At the end of 20 minutes, you guys are going to begin reeling your lines back in using the little handle to the side. Unless one of you's already gotten a bite. If you've gotten a bite already, you are allowed to recast. There will be buckets provided to the side or barrels, depending on if you catch a larger fish, that you will put your fish in, and we will use a grading system to give you a certain number of points, depending on how many fish you've caught and what kind of fish they are. Get the hell out of here. Oh, did I get it? No, I did not. That's a shame. She says swatting a mosquito. I do what I do for a reason, and that's not intentional. So, then at the end of 20 minutes, we will take a 5-minute break to count your score. You'll be notified of your score, and then we will recast. You will be competing against each other individually, as well as we have Team Bow versus Team Stern. And the winner of the competition for the teams competition, you guys get a very, very special option included for you guys on the dessert menu tonight. The individual winner, you will actually be given free room service for one meal.
Ooh.
So I wish you the best of luck, and we will be starting in a few minutes. Explaining the mechanics of this game, basing off of what Safi Penrose described. Each round I will have you guys roll. You will roll 5d6. You can choose to re-roll after you get your 5d6. You can choose to re-roll a number of those dice equal to your wisdom modifier, or 1 if your wisdom modifier is 0 or negative. You can use your re-rolls on the same dice more than once. And at the end, we will sum up the result of the dice. And if you roll a special result, which is a full house, 4 of a kind, straight, or 5 of a kind, you get a score multiplier. I will then use the fishing table created by Safi Penrose to determine what you guys caught. And I will be using the dice roll to help me determine your scores. However, when you actually catch a creature, depending on how high up the fishing chart you guys go, I'm using this as a level of difficulty for reeling it in. So if you roll really high, there's a chance I might start making you roll strength checks to try to actually reel the fish in.
Okay.
However, there's some strategy here. If you go for some smaller fish, you could catch a bunch of smaller fish. Or if you want to try to land a big one, you can do that. You may need to roll some strengths. Some strengthies.
So it's a wisdom modifier?
Your wisdom modifier determines how many of your initial dice you can re-roll.
What if it's 0?
You minimum of 1.
Got it.
So then you will be able to re-roll 1 die.
So I can reroll 3 then?
Yes, you can re-roll 3 each round.
Okay. Okay. And so what are we rolling for the fishies?
You are rolling to determine what kind of where on the table you guys are aiming to try to snag a certain fish. So keep in mind, the higher the number you have, the more valuable the fish. Also keep in mind, though, that the higher number you roll, I may need you guys to start making some strength checks. And if you guys succeed on your like if you roll some like lower numbers, I may let you re-roll during a round. Because she said like if
Okay.
you catch a fish easily, you can recast.
Okay.
I do have a die set up to determine if your fish allows you a recast or not.
Okay.
It's kind of confusing, but like I hope it's making some semblance of sense.
It's making sense. It's just once I actually get into it, it'll be much more
Okay.
understanding.
So with that being said, I get to say something I have not yet said this entire series, and I've been looking forward to it. Roll initiative.
Ooh.
I will be using an initiative turn order, because I think it makes sense. Like initiative is how quickly you get into a fight. You guys are waiting for that whistle. The whistle is blown. How quickly you guys getting your rods in the water? Go!
Which one is
Yeah,
initiative?
where's
again?
initiative?
I believe it's on your character sheet. Let me pull that up on my DM's page, and I can show you where it is. I believe it's actually a thing you can just click. I'm pulling up Ash real quick. All right, right
I
above
found
your
it.
hit point max, if there's an initiative roll, you should be able
4.
to click the word initiative.
Wait, hit point maximum you said?
Yeah, it's like
Above
top
it.
middle.
Top middle.
Oh, initiative.
Click that. You tie, but the dex stat tiebreaker goes to Ash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me see who's going when. So this is going to be for Destro.
Roll20 hates us tonight.
Yeah.
All right, so then Ash, you're going here. Vordt, you're going here. Let's roll for Surge. He's fishing.
Mhm.
Surge is quick on. Surge is his half orc stand. It's not the orc stand. There's a terrible joke I just made. Let's roll for the other side of the boat as well. We've got Akali's fishing. I have to roll a bunch of these. All right, Akali's fishing. Leonie is not going to fish. She's going to root for her friends, for her new buddies. And yeah, I'm going to be nice to Doc. He never got back to me. I'm going to let Azrael fish as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Azrael is struggling in the fucking chair. Azrael rolled a nat 1 on his initiative as he cannot get the line out of the rod.
The line out of the rod.
Yeah, he can't get his cast going. He can't get the fishing line
yeah.
out. All right, so that's everybody's fishing. I want to check something real quick to make sure I don't screw this up, just to make sure that my GM rolls on my DM's page are working. I believe it's just /GM roll 5d6. Right. That doesn't show up for everybody, does it? No, it does
No.
not. Perfect. Okay. Okay, good. So then I can use that without any trouble. Beautiful. All right. Fish. This is we'll use that actually as the first roll. He is going to re-roll.
Who rolls first?
NPCs.
Right now, this is a Kali's roll. Actually, you guys, you know what? I'm gonna roll these kind of to myself. You guys can roll right now to yourselves.
What were you rolling?
You were rolling 5d6, and then after that, you can in the chat write down what roll you're going to remove to re-roll.
5d6.
5d6.
Ooh.
18.
Well, it's
All right, he is going to re-roll one of them. So that is.
well, no, Rihanna. You're not really looking for a total. You're looking for each one. Those two. You can use your Wyndhams. You have you can re-roll 3 of those.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
all right, so that's
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll.
full house. So that moves it to 23.
I think you rolled the wrong thing.
Oh
There's
fuck! God damn it!
46.
D6.
No, Azrael does not fish.
Azrael does not fish. Azrael is out of turn order. He nat 1, so he's he. All right, so this is canon now. He nat 1. He tried to throw his line out hooked himself and was like, "That's it, fuck it, I'm going home." I don't want to fish anymore. I got hurt.
Wow.
Okay, so I have four. So I have 4, 4, 4, 4, 6.
All right, you have 4, 4.
I have all 4s and 1 6.
Makes sense, James. I'm confused.
All 4s, 1 6. So you have.
Well, she re-rolled. Like, so would the re-roll take a port, or can she just choose which one, the higher one?
She gets 3. Wait, Ron, how many times did you roll?
She messed up. She messed up once.
Ignore
Yeah.
the middle.
Ignore the middle one.
Yeah.
And can
ignore
you
it.
mark down which rolls you're replacing in that? I'm guessing the 2 2s and.
Like the 2 2s.
All right. So you rolled 3 die. You only roll the number that you're replacing. So where do you want to put the 3?
I guess in the the 4s.
You know,
Just so it'd
because
be-
it's because it's the first roll, I'll give it to you. Just know that you're re-rolling. You're rolling X d6, where X is the number of rolls you want to replace.
Oh, okay.
Up
okay.
to
that
a
makes-
maximum of 3.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, okay. Okay.
So you
I
have a
understand.
6. You have a 6 and a 4 of a kind 4s.
Okay.
All right.
Yahtzee.
So Ash, you have
Yahtzee.
4 of a kind is 16. So that's 22. 4 of a kind. That's a big roll. All right. Vordt.
So,
Okay.
just
I'm letting him roll.
I'm gonna re-roll the 2.
nice.
So 5, 4, 4, 4, 3.
5. Let me see if that's got a modification on it or not. It does not. That's a straight roll. So you have. You re-rolled the 2, so you have a 20. All right.
Yes.
So we have. Destro is rolling now. He is going to re-roll. He's going to re-roll one of those. I can actually, when it gets down to this, I can just use this die. Just gonna roll it again. Roll it one more time. Okay. So he is going to be sitting on a 15.
Ooh. Destro, come on, boy.
And Surge, your turn, bud. Alright, so he is going to re-roll 2 of those. Alright. Surge actually screwed himself up. He is going to take a 19.
Ooh.
Alright, however, we do have 2 characters right now who need to roll strength. That is Ikali and Ash. Roll strength checks.
Oh no, my strength that good.
That's what you get for wanting those big numbers.
Oh, Told you.
Tragic. 3.
I don't have good strength.
You lose your fish.
Oh.
So that 66 goes to a 0.
Oh.
Ikali, let's see you roll some strength, bud.
I hope she fails too.
Ikali succeeds. He needs to roll again.
God damn it.
He fails and loses his fish. Yeah, it's kind of rough. Ikali needed to roll 2. He needed to succeed twice in a row. Ashley needed to succeed 3 times in a row. So that is... all right, so let me look at see what exactly everybody caught. Okay.
I didn't catch any fish.
Destro caught a boot.
Ash is gonna look at him and just laugh.
He's also laughing, and he puts the boot in his fish bucket. So he has a score of 0 points. Surge caught a glass bottle. He has a score of 0. And Vordt, let me. You get your fish. Actually, lets me roll this for you. Wow, that's impressive. You actually have a real nice time. You roll, and you actually managed to. You catch 12 anchovies.
Oh.
Yeah, you're just ripping anchovies out of the ocean, throwing your line back in, ripping it out, and then throwing it back in, then ripping it out, and then throwing it back in. You end up with 12 after round 1. All right, round 2. Let's go again.
Fight.
Roll them.
5, 6. Okay. Oh.
You can reroll 3.
I'm gonna reroll 3. Do. Yay!
Wow. Okay. Okay.
I like that. That's really decent. Oh, nice!
Okay.
Let me do math real quick. Math does not want to be my friend right now. What is that? That's
5 plus 5 plus 5 is 15
17
plus 10, so 25. I got 25.
plus 4 plus 2 is plus 6. That's 19. And then that evens out, so 19. Anything special for him? No, so Destro, he rolls again. He actually catches the glass bottle that Surge threw back. So he gets another 0. Ash, you rolled that. You threw out. What did you throw out?
The 1, 1, 2.
1, 1, and the 2. So you have a 16 plus 9 is 25.
Yeah.
And I don't believe there's anything special on the roll that would give you a multiplier. So that's where you're sitting. Vordt, you rolled 4, 1, 4, 4, 5. You re-rolled the 1 and got a 5. So you have a 22. Yes, you have a 22.
Yeah, it's 10 plus 12 is 22.
Oh, and you ended up with a full house, didn't you? So that actually multiplies it by 2. So you ended up with so your roll for this round is actually a 44.
Wait, what does a full house mean?
A 3 of a kind and a pair in your pool.
Oh, I was so close to that.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, Vordt has Vordt has 3 4s, 2 5s.
Did I get anything for 3 of a kind?
No.
Aw.
I had to check twice because I'm pretty sure it is not in there now.
Are we playing Yahtzee then?
You can yell Yahtzee, but it might scare the fish.
What if I got a 1, 2, 3, 4?
A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a straight, and that has a big multiplier on it.
Okay.
Yeah, straights have a multiplier. Full house, straight, full of a.
So we are playing Yahtzee.
Kinda. Yeah, it's
This
Yahtzee.
is literally Yahtzee.
Yeah, it's Yahtzee. I haven't played Yahtzee in a long time. So yeah, it's Yahtzee. You're playing Yahtzee. You're playing Yahtzee for fish.
Oh, that makes sense.
Just gets 5 nat 6.
I mean, do you want that roll?
Yes.
All right. So Yeah, Ash, you ended up with a... No, he had a 0, Ash. You have that. Alright, Ash, you actually just straight up catch your fish.
Yay.
You caught... Let me roll this real quick. I gotta multiply this real quick. Ash, you caught a pair of tilapia.
Ah.
So we'll set that. Alright, so that's your score now. Vordt, you have strength checks to roll, my dude.
Ooh, fun.
You are in the range you need to succeed on 2 in a row to keep that 44.
Got this. Got this.
20.
Yeah.
That's 1 success. Roll again.
13.
2 successes. You catch a putterfish.
We're working together, right?
Yeah, you're trying to beat Team Stern, and you're also competing against each other.
So we're okay.
There's a team reward that you guys get special dessert, and then an individual reward where the winner on your team gets room service.
All Ash wants was that dessert, so she's like, "Get that fish."
All right, so round 3. Let's do it again.
Do it again.
I'm actually going to... I'm going to make this part easier on myself rather than rolling million dice. I'm going to change it and roll these. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. All right, you rolled that. Oh, shit. All right, he's got to roll 4. Damn. All right. Loser. He doesn't get his points. I figured out a way I can cheat the system and make this easier for myself because I'm the DM, and who cares? What? NPCs don't have to play by regular people rules. What do you mean? He rolled that. He's got to roll 3. Let's see if he keeps it.
No.
Nope. Akali and Surge get massive fish, but they both lose them. So its score currently stands at 0, 0, 0, 35, 64 with Vordt in the lead.
I also got the same exact roll.
Vordt, that is another 44, my dude.
I think I got the exact same.
Let's see if you can catch another putterfish.
Let's see.
Ash, you have a... Guessing that is a 6, 5, 5, 5, 4, 3.
No, it's 5, 5, 5, 6, 4.
5, 5, 5, 6, 4.
Yeah.
So 10, 15, 25. Okay, so you're adding 25.
It's the exact same roll.
Okay.
My strength first one is 21.
You catch
second one is 11.
another tilapia.
I get another tilapia?
It is a tilapia. Yeah. Well, it's the same roll. You got a tilapia.
Yeah, I keep getting some tilapia.
Put it right in the bucket. It's flopping around. Vordt, you succeed on both of your strength checks.
How much strength
So
do you need?
You need to beat a 10.
God damn it.
Thank
I'm
you for my modifier.
Ash, I'm not gonna lie, I legitimately balanced this around half of the contestants not having good strength.
Thank you.
And you
'cause I
still
was-
managed to lose a fish.
Shut up.
And you're not the only one either. Fucking Akali rolled and ended up, even with his mod, he ended up with a 9.
Oh, God.
Loser. Round 4. Fish. I hope Chad is enjoying this.
I'm having so much fun. Oh.
Oh shit! You want to keep those? That's
Yes,
pretty. That's pretty good. That is a full house, 27. So you're in the strength check zone, but that's big
roll.
points. That's big points.
Fuck. Come on.
I'm gonna let her strength check first.
Come on.
14.
14.
So
Do I have to do another one?
garbage.
Do I have to do another one?
Yes. You need to roll one more. See it on this one. You keep your fish.
Yes.
She
I
does.
kept
She
my
keeps her fish. You haul in a... Oh, fuck. You managed to catch an octopus.
What is the points on that?
They're pretty big.
Okay.
I got an octopus.
Octopus were 54 points.
Yes!
But you see that like the people on the deck are scrambling because the octopus is like around on the deck.
3, 6, a 5, and a 4.
3 6s, a 5, and a 4. That is 18 and 9 is 27.
No, it'd be 26.
No, it'd be
26.
26,
I did the math.
yeah.
They did the math. Loser.
Oh.
No, I'm not for you. Put all
Oh.
the parentheses right now. All right, so you got 26. You catch a halibut.
We destroying the competition.
Kills your one
Um,
octopus.
All right, we gotta roll some strengthies. Yep. Oh, nat 20. He brings this thing easily. Surge catches a massive swordfish.
Oh.
Who?
Surge. Surge's half orc catches
Oh,
a
yeah.
massive swordfish.
Surge's stand, you know?
His stand, it catches a massive swordfish. He see it like fighting, he's reeling it in, he's just screaming aura, aura, aura over and over again. Alright, last round.
I want this fucking dessert.
Oh shit, actually, hold on, I need to roll something, because I just realized I rolled a 106 by accident, didn't realize it. Nope, he lost the fish, that's a shame. Lost it on the last strength throw.
Oh, I'm so close to
You
a
can turn
straight.
this around.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was so close. See, this is like literally like playing like Yahtzee. Do I want just the risk to get the 1, so I just get that 4, or do I want to just get more points? How much-
Oofy! Destro, jeez, my dude. He wants back into this competition.
I have a question. How many points is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a fucking straight.
Because I'm 1 off from it, so I'm like.
If you're asking what is the multiplier on a straight, the straight multiplier is times 4.
So that's.
So
would
that
be-
would
roll
give
one
you
more.
17 times 4.
Oh, damn. Oh my god. Destro, you savage. Why would you do this?
What did he do? What?
You see Destro hook a fish, and he starts like screaming, like, come on! Come on! Come on! And he just starts screaming. And finally, you see this man land a massive fish. He lands a benthic man-o-war.
What the fuck?
And like they barely have room for it on the deck. You see like one of the attendants freaks out and has to club it in the head. Because it's flopping, and they're like, it's gonna break the stone! Like, where the hell did we put the fish? And they're like, just remember he caught it. Jesus, it's so big.
I'm still debating.
And he's
I'm still
chuckling and going, it's nothing really.
I'm debating. I'm debating so much. Do
You
I
watch
wanna,
as they start trying to push the fish off of the boat.
Do I want that straight, risk for that straight, or just go for bigger points? Eh. I don't know. Okay, here. I'm gonna risk it right now. Hold up.
Yeah,
Hold up.
he catches this giant weird jellyfish-looking fish, but it's so big. And they're like, how do we get it off?
Okay, so that's 1. So I did not get that. Fuck. I'll replace that other 2, I guess.
Can she do this?
Can I do this? Because I just did 1 right now.
What die are you replacing with that roll?
The other 2 right now.
All right, you're currently sitting at 2, 3, 3, 5, 6. You can re-roll that die again.
God damn, I keep getting. Wait,
2,
wait.
3, 3,
got-
5, 6.
Yeah, 3, 3, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, 3, 3, 3, 5, 6.
You can choose to re-roll a die you've already re-rolled. You could have that be 2,
Oh,
3. You could have that be 2. Yeah, 2, 3,
Oh.
3, 5, 6.
Fuck.
And you have 2, I believe it sits at 22256.
No, no,
23355.
6.
Yeah.
23356.
Okay, so 23356. I'm just letting you have that one, even if I'm wrong. Chat can be mad at me later. 233 is 8. 5 is 13. 6 is 19. You catch a piece of seaweed.
Can I eat it?
You may eat it.
I'm gonna eat it.
It tastes terrible. Roll Constitution saving throw.
What do you mean? I love seaweed. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're like prepared seaweed. This is just ass from the sea.
Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
22?
Natural 20. You just stomach it. It tastes like ass, but you're like, you're like, I eat rats at home.
Yeah, that doesn't fucking bother me, bitch. It bothers me. Ooh.
All right. Oh, Kaw's also in a precarious spot. He's got a 11245.
Okay, so it's a 12456.
12456. That's so that is what? That is an 18, I believe.
Wait, let me see. 4 and 5, that's 9, plus a 1 is
10.
10, plus a 6, so that's 18.
You catch a rock.
How do I catch a rock?
You catch a rock.
Honestly, I think my seaweed was
One of the
better.
things that it says in the minigame is if you catch like a certain number, roll on the junk table. I just started pulling items off of it that I found funny and made a list.
What does the rock look like?
It's a boulder. It's a nice boulder.
It's a boulder.
Yeah, it's not like colorful or anything. It's just
Is it a
ugly. It's an
rock or
ugly
a
ass.
boulder?
It's an ugly ass rock. No, it's not a boulder. It's a rock. The pioneers used to drive those babies for miles.
Yeah,
Just throw it back.
exactly.
You throw it back. It clocks the fish that It clocks the giant jellyfish creature that already had its head bashed in while it was freaking out on the deck, and it has a concussion.
Aw.
It slowly sinks back into the water. All right, time to figure out who won.
Please me. Please me.
Just looking at the rest of these rolls, Team Bow absolutely won. So you guys are getting a.
dessert.
You guys are absolutely getting a special dessert.
Yes.
Ooh, oofy. And the winner of the fishing competition is Destro Magnus.
I do it.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah, he caught a fucking legend class fish.
But I was
Yeah.
so close. Was I second?
You placed third with a 104.
Who was second?
Who was second?
Vordt with a
Ah.
with what did you have? I actually just did the math for you. You placed second with a 134.
God damn it. Only I didn't catch that seaweed.
So they hand Destro a little tiny trophy with his golden fishing rod on it, and all of Team Bow, you guys are given little pieces of parchment that are certificates of fishing excellence, and it gives you an invitation to the after hours dessert table.
Hey, Destro, can I have yours too?
My what?
Can I have the certificate also?
You already have one. Why do you need
But I
mine?
want two.
Why do you need two?
Because my friend also wants one.
He shrugs. He very well. If it's for a friend, and he hands you the certificate.
Yes!
You now have two You now have 2 dessert tickets.
She's gonna put it in her backpack, quotation marks.
You just shove it into William's mouth.
I'm gonna go and slide mine under Torment's door.
As you start to slide it underneath, it just gets ripped out of your hand. And then you hear from the other side of the door, "Fuck yes!"
Do, 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 do.
All right. Everybody kind of clears out. Some people go to the dining area for lunch. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Give Destro a kiss because she got the certificate. She has 2 now.
Roll a charisma check with disadvantage?
On the cheek, on the cheek, on the cheek, on the cheek.
Roll
not-
a charisma check with not disadvantage? Maybe? What the fuck?
on the cheek, on the cheek. Okay.
Roll a straight charisma check, you bitch.
Wow. Rude.
I'm only being rude in character, you fuck.
19.
It's kind of a little awkward, but he accepts it and smiles.
Gross. She's just excited. Let her live.
I'm going to my room. go
Just
to the
walk up
bathroom.
and
I'll be
kiss
back.
the random rich-looking man.
That's how you get the money. Money banks. Gotta get money somehow.
All right, so you guys return to your rooms. Looking at the time, I think there's one more thing I want to do.
Yeah.
Unless I want to do that with the other members of the party.
No.
No, I think we'll save that for when they're here.
Oh.
I think we'll save that a little bit for when they're here. So yeah, I think that might just be where we end the session for tonight. Congratulations, Destro Magnus, on winning the fishing competition.
He got
I'm back.
We're gonna end the session here because the next thing I want to do, I want the party here for.
Got it.
But you guys did complete the first mini game. You guys completed the fishing competition. And that is where we'll end the session for tonight. So thank you everybody who's watching the VOD right now. Thank you for everybody who showed up watch live on twitch.tv/joke65. We air these every Monday starting between 8 to 8:30. Last couple weeks were a little late just because of scheduling issues and party absence, sadly. But we should be on track to go next week. And next week you'll see a little bit more plot heavy stuff. I wanted to keep it a little more on the limited side tonight just because we only had the 2 party members. But I think that it worked out well. You guys have anything you want to say before I end the recording?
Twitch doesn't like me.
Call.
Twitch doesn't like me.
I got nothing.
All right. So thank you all for watching, and we will see you guys all next week. Bye, dudes.
guys.
Bye.